Hi, I am Akinshola Samson. You're welcome to this video course on animating a walk cycle like a pro. All 18 episodes on this course will be uploaded on our YouTube channel once per week. However, you can get the full video course on our website, Levonotion.com. It's time to walk. Let's animate a walk. Welcome guys to the next lesson. And in this video, we're going to block out our next important key poses that makes up a walk, and that is the down pose. So I want to go back to the dope sheet here, and I'm going to frame 4 where I want my down pose to happen. Now for the down pose, you want to zero out the rotation of the planted foot. So I'm just going to zero this out. That's the planted foot. This foot will be taking the weight of the character. Then I want to drop down the torso a bit, okay, to soak in the weight of the character. Now this position can be adjusted later on, but for now, let's go with this. And the next thing that happens on the walk, on the down pose, is the back foot curling more and moving backwards. But before I do that, I want to select my hips and feet selection sets that was created in the last lesson, and then to set a keyframe on that. Now I would like to go to the side view, orthographic side view, by punching on 3 on the number pad. So I just want to eyeball how far the heel is moving backwards. So I think I need to just zoom in here. So it's starting from this point, like the third box here, and go forward, okay, to this place. So if you have third here, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So about 14 boxes. Okay, so you don't have to be this precise. I just want you to have an idea of what is going on here. You can be loose while setting up yours. So if I'm moving these 14 boxes backwards, that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So somewhere around here, okay, and that's. I'm just gonna pull this back somewhere there. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Now, in addition to this, I want to rotate this more. Okay. Maybe I can push this in some more because I don't want to stretch my stride length that much. And I can still bring this down. Of course, this can go up later on if the up and down movement is just too much for me. So now I'm just going to select everything and set the keyframe there. And let's see. So it feels like my character is walking on a treadmill, you see? So that's what you want. Now this can be changed, like I said, it can be changed later on just to get something very nice. Now it's time to replicate this. So I'm just going to copy, Ctrl+C to copy that. And I'm going to go to frame 16. So Ctrl+Shift+V to flip the pose and set a keyframe there. So you have the reverse. Now when you hit on the play, you see what we have. So it feels like the character has weight now. All right. But then I need to go to the graph editor and fix 1 or 2 things. Now we have the graph editor again. So you need to get used to this graph editor. So go to your graph editor, and I want to check out is that the Z axis, location Z, or Y? Okay, Y. Let's check that out. So Shift H would hide the unselected attributes and only reveal the selected attributes. So A to select all the keyframes, and period key on your number lock to frame the selected keyframe. Now what I want to do here is at every point where my characters, let's start with the right foot then, so you can get this clearly. So for Y, Shift H, A to select everything, the period key to frame. Now at this point, you can see that my character's heel is on the floor. And on frame, the foot is still on the floor until you get to frame 16. So at this point, the character's foot should go up by the time we add the passing position and the up position. But for now, we don't have those keyframes. That's why the foot is not going up. But definitely the foot is going to go up from this point. Now, I want to have a linear interpolation from frame 1 to frame 16, because that is how long the foot of my character would be on the ground for. Now, to achieve this, you want to make sure you break the handle of this keyframe. So free, because if you don't do so, by the time you convert this to linear, it's going to affect the tangents, and you don't want that. So go to interpolation, and let me do it here so you guys can see what's going on. Interpolation, go to linear. Now you can see, I think I have a keyframe here. Okay, I have a keyframe here. That's the keyframe for the down position, but I don't need that, so I'm just going to delete this. Delete the keyframe there. And I also want to delete the keyframe for frame 13 here. All right, so this is what I want. I just want a flatter interpolation. So between this and 16, so that's flat. And now it goes back. So when you look at my curve, it looks pretty. So you have the flat portion of the keyframes and the easing out from that particular position as the character's foot goes into the next contact position. So that's fine. All right. So we need to repeat the same thing for the character's left foot. Now go to the y-axis, is already selected. Now this time around, you can see it's starting off on frame 1 with the character's foot on the ground. Okay, and now it's going up. So it's going to go up from here, from frame 4. Okay, it's going to go up and until it gets to frame 13. So it's going to hit the ground here, frame 13. So now I want frame 13 to 25 as linear. Okay, so we're repeating the same process, but then I'm going to delete this keyframe in between so that does not mess up our work. Now select this, right click and make it linear. So that's going to make this line linear. Okay, so now if you look at your infinity graph, you can see that linear, then is into that linear, and I think we are good to go. So when you play this, see what we have. So this is nice. Okay, now let's just quickly inspect using our cameras that was created. So from the front view, all right, so you have that. Let's see, this is the front view. Okay, so quickly I'm just going to select the side camera and then Control O. So this is what the work looks like for now. Select the perspective camera, Control O. So this is what we have. Now I think I might need to ease out the up and down movement of the character, but for now, let's still go with what we have. We can easily change that over time. So I'm going to call it a wrap for this lesson. And in the next lesson, we're going to block out the next important pose. So see you guys in the next lesson.